Good day to you all. I'm putting this little video out there to, I guess, give a beginning to a little um, situation that's happened in the park. Nothing bad. I was talking to this young lady about what we do in our school, and unknown to me, Carlos was actually filming it. It was at the end of his class today. It was a beautiful day in the park. And I wanted to put something in the beginning of that so you understand about what was going on and what was happening today. Uh, like I said, it was a beautiful day in the park, and talking to people, getting to know what people need. Um, there was a very interesting words that were said to me once, and I hope I'm going to get it correct. It's not what you say that matters to your student, it's what they hear that truly matters. I don't bark at my students, yell at them. I explain to them, talk. Why does this work? Why doesn't this work? Etc. But it's about communication. I guess the point I'm trying to make. And as Carlos said it to me, like I said, I didn't know he was filming me. It's nice to talk to people, see what they need in my realm, the martial arts. What are people looking for? I could stand there and teach you all a bunch of fancy movements, but do you need them? Do they work? So, like I said, I wanted to put a little bit out. I'm going to ask Carlos to put this with that video, and I hope it didn't run on too long. I hope you're all having a great day, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. You can accomplish anything. Remember that. Combination of spirit, mind, and body. Put them together. It'll work. It'll happen. Hope you have a great day. I've been teaching so long that you see this uniform, especially the top here. This top has got to be 35 years old. I've been training in the martial arts for about 54 years. Getting old. 67, yeah, 54 years. So this is my experience. I say to somebody, they say to me, you have experience? I go, yeah, because this was black. Darker than your pants. So, putting that, this is my experience. When I tell somebody something, they think, like I said, they think martial arts is going to go this crazy. So Carlos, he's been helping me out, and now that we're talking, I'm Gino.
Don't worry, you're not on here, Jacqueline.
I just started a YouTube channel because
I
I wanted to do it, but it's Carlos's fault.
Always my fault.
And it's San-Ryu Martial Arts and Wellness. If you got some time, check it out. It's on YouTube. I got like 4 videos up, maybe 5. And I go through, this is what I go through on that YouTube channel. Just basic stuff, because you saw me with the sticks and we're moving, and it's fancy and it looks good. It's a good workout. It works. But that grabbing, if somebody grabs you, people go, ah. Breathing, hearing, seeing, man. If you interrupt those senses, you just run. Kim, like I said, I love her to death. She freaked me out that day when, like I said, what are you going to do? And she kissed me on the cheek, and I backed up and was like, oh my God. But a guy, she told me a story about a guy grabbing her in the elevator. And she says, the only thing I remember was he was on the floor. And I was like, what happened? I know her for X amount of years. He grabbed her in the elevator. She goes, I don't remember anything except being grabbed and then just going 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, bam, bam. And she goes, and she pushed the button, the elevator went downstairs, and she says, oh, well, the guy's there. Call the police. And I was like, wow, this what happened then? Well, they called me. She called me up. I went to see her, and I'm like, what's going on? She goes, he grabbed me in an elevator. What'd you do to him? And to this day, I never listen. The whole thing, telling people stories, but she broke his jaw, she shattered his teeth, she broke his ribs, and fractured his eye socket. And I'm like, she goes, I don't know. Palm me, I smiled, and then I remember hitting him, and then hitting him, and then hitting him, and then kicking him, and he was down.
It's called the blackout.
It's called a blackout. I said, listen, it worked. I'm happy for you. You're okay now? She goes, yeah, fine. I says, you're not upset? She goes, I'll probably be upset later. I tell everybody, listen, when somebody grabs you, that's what we work on a lot. If somebody grabs you, because you're not used to that space, when you get up like this to somebody, male or female, my male students, Carl's one of them, that very first class, and I went like this to him. This was him. The line was Carlos. And I just went, okay, we're going to do this. And almost some people were like, nobody wants to be this close. I made the running joke that no one will ever get closer to you except your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriends.
And Gino.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Because this is not a fight.
Yeah. How do I spell the YouTube?
It's San-Ryu. It's SANRYU, martial arts and wellness.
I have a friend. She's Asian. She lives up in Hamilton Heights.
Okay.
And she's been having some issues on the train, and she had said that she wanted to take some classes in self-defense.
He goes wherever you need him to.
Yeah, listen, I go to the students. I don't have a problem. It's beautiful. It's summertime, especially now. I go to the students and I break people in. In other words, like right where you're standing is where the first couple of classes is. I want you to get used to that. And just basic movements. My system is built on 3 different martial arts that I've been studying since I'm 3 years old. Okinawa Karate, Samurai Jiu-Jitsu, and Kali. And it's one system. You're not going to get on the ground and start rolling around with somebody. You're not going to pick somebody and roll them across the room.
Watch yourself.
You're going to use who you are. Because the difference between you and Carlos, height, weight, male, female. But you're going to do things where, like technically did today, was somebody pushing him off. That was a simple, just push him off, block and push him off his face. His mom, I said, okay, well, I pushed him up off. Now what are we going to do? She goes, rah! I said, yeah, the fight's over. If you can't see, you can't fight. You can't assault me anymore. So, that simple movement of that you're going to scratch the eyes. You don't have to have a lot of nails. I tell my male students, you can still do the same thing, but break those eyes. All of a sudden they do this. And you just walk. You go. People want to stand there.
I'm a good runner. I just need enough space to run away.
Just run away. No, everybody thinks that running is the limit. You've got to leave that situation. Get out of there. People standing. The martial arts world is, you're going to fight. You're going to not be fearful of anybody. I'm like, oh my God. Stop telling people you're never going to be afraid. I will never look at you and say, I'm going to tell you this. You're always going to be confident. Why? You're going to walk a little bit taller and stand up, and you're like, wait a minute. Since he's grabbing my wrist all the time, if some guy comes up to me, the fight's over. Your technique starts to build. And his mom, 70 years old, the very first class, and I'm like, okay, let's just do this. And she's like, okay, what is this? You're just standing there smacking. I said, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, so now I'm going to grab you, and I grab the shoulders. And she goes, okay, now what? I said, I don't know, clap. She rang my bells, but she hit me in the ear so hard. I was like, yeah,
that's my
good.
mom.
Thank you. Rosa, I love you. Thank you. I couldn't hear because she's like, she saw me grab her. She goes, oh, okay. Bang! I was like, I like to hear. And for the remainder of the class, all I heard was, and I kept going, what?
You taught her too well.
The simplest movements, and one last thing I'll leave you with, because I don't want to take your time. When you were a kid, we all did. We played. One, two, three. Same thing. Smack, break, break. Oh, smack, break. One, two, three. It's the same thing. When I was a child, my dad was my dad, my teacher. I was 3 years old when I started. I sit there and do this. When I got older, I'd smack. push. It works. The simplest things. The martial arts is not complex. The martial arts isn't a secret. Yeah. So you've been taping.
The whole time.
I'm thinking he's looking at his messages. I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't.
No, it's not like
Oh,
I'm gonna look it up for my friend
Okay.
because she mentioned she wanted to take classes.
Bye bye. Thank you.